I'm Ben,
I'm Jack.
and we're two dumbasses.
We're gonna be eating some junk food today.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's smaller bags. I'm gonna check to see if there's smaller bags.
I don't think so.
Just for the sake of space.
Yeah, I should grab that bitch. Oh, wait.
Ooh, that's a big plane.
But wait, does it cost more?
Uh-huh. Chips are an iconic snack. I don't think the world would be as good of a place as it was without chips.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And as you can see behind us, we have our own ranking system that we
Yeah.
beautifully crafted.
This is basically a tier list video.
Yeah. At the very top, you have unmatched by all. You can see it's yellow because gold for crown. Yeah, I kind of regret not putting the green at the top, but
that's
whatever.
your S tier.
Yeah, S tier is what it would normally be called, but we call it unmatched by all.
Yeah.
Horrible drawing of a crown next to it.
Yep.
Next down, we have pretty awesome, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's your A tier.
Yeah, for good, everything. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Nothing else to say.
Mediocre is.
That's your C tier.
There's better out there. Subpar is you won't go for it.
This is when it starts to have like more negatives than good.
Yeah, awful is just disgusting.
Yeah.
What the fuck is?
What the fuck is just something?
Why would you eat this?
Absolute dog shit is just. It's just absolute dog shit. Like not even some weirdo would eat it. You know, like it's.
I mean, it's not solely. This tier list won't be used solely for eating, but in this case, it's for chips.
Yes, this case it's for chips, and we have a bunch of them behind this curtain behind us. We just bought a bunch of. I just bought them a bunch of them at the grocery store, and Ben tagged along.
You're the one who said you wanted to do this, so I mean,
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's get started.
You can grab the first bag.
There's no better place to start than with Lay's Classics.
Good way to start.
Yes. So Lay's Classics are iconic.
We gotta eat them. Lay them out. You know, open up the bag.
Oh well, yeah, I'll do that in a second.
Yeah.
Let me just talk about them first.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Lay's Classics. Everyone's had them.
Yeah.
Everyone can at least respect them.
If you don't know Lay's Classics, you don't know chips.
And of course, it wouldn't be a tier list if we aren't going to eat this.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that I'm making a lot of noise for the mic whenever I'm ruffling. So I'm just going to open this real quick while not saying anything.
Yep.
Ah, that good old smell. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, pour the bowl out. Pour a little in the bowl.
We got this mixing bowl.
Yeah.
Don't ask why.
Just so that way we can enjoy it. I think that's enough. I think that's suitable enough.
So we got this bowl full of good old Lay's chips here. I don't know if you can actually see that.
Let's take a bite, shall we? By the way, we're both going to be giving our own separate opinions. We have cards that we have separately, so that way, because we're going to disagree, so we don't have to come up with a universal answer. I like these. I'm a sucker for these. They don't really taste. I'm a big fan of salty things. Like when they're meant to be salty. Like these kind of taste like French fries to me, like crunchy or French fries.
I'm going to give my opinion about... We're going to alternate who gives their opinion first. And each of us have our own cards, like Jack mentioned. Mine are outlined in blue, his are outlined in red, and they both have the icon of whatever we're eating on them. I'm going to go first on this one. Jack will go first on the next one. We'll alternate around. But I'm just going to give my opinion. Honestly, they're a good chip, you know? You enjoy eating them. That being said, they're nothing extraordinary. Like, I'll choose a lot of other chips over this chip. And as a result, I cannot put it any higher than good. So, for me, this is going in the good spot.
I agree with you on this pick. I feel like it's definitely like mediocre, or I feel like we got a bad bag of these. However, is awful. They just a bad bag of these is awful. This saltiness is their biggest selling factor.
But here's the thing: we're judging the bag that we got.
Yeah,
and the bag
we're judging the bag that we got, and we got a good bag. So I'm putting mine at good. Let's see what I grab here. I think I'm going to continue the trend and go with Lay's Barbecue.
Whenever we bought these from the store, we just bought one of those jumbo packs that come with a ton of these small bags to save money.
One of these.
And before we start, is there anything you want to say?
These are definitely ones that I feel like are very altered by a bad bag. So what kind of bags we got really are gonna tip the scale for this one. Good bag.
Not bad.
Good bag. I like these a lot. I don't think they're quite S tier. I feel weird putting them in good tier. I feel weird putting them alongside Lay's Classic. So I think I'm gonna go with a pretty awesome to be food off.
Now, for me, I'm kind of torn on these, because on one hand, I don't think they belong. Definitely don't think they belong in S tier, and honestly, I don't think they belong in pretty awesome to be honest either.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's between good and mediocre, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I'm making that decision, I also have to take into account what Jack said earlier about how so often these aren't very good. I mean, obviously, we're judging what we get here, and what this is a pretty good
We got good bags.
But
we didn't buy these at like a gas station.
I'm not the biggest barbecue fan.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to have to put it in mediocre, and that's not a bad tier. That just means it's okay, you know? It's not bad, it's not great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put them on in our spots where we think they belong.
Yeah.
I understand your opinion on this one. I feel like others will cause more controversy. Okay, we're going with Ruffles, Cheddar, and Sour Cream.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is one of my guilty pleasures. I actually quite like this, and it's not one I ever think about when I think of my favorite chips, but every time I have it, I'm pleasantly surprised. And so I'm excited to see what will happen.
I don't know. These I've always felt have been...
These always depend on how well they're coated.
Definitely. Like, right now, this is not a good, well-coated chip. I think I might grab a better coated one. I'll grab it.
You have to eat it just because it exists in the bag.
Yeah,
but anyway, let's go.
This one that isn't coated is definitely... I'd put this in a subpar.
You can tell which ones I like because I eat them more.
Yeah, and same thing over here.
Okay. I guess I'm giving my opinion first. Every time I have these, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I always go in expecting them to be worse than they are, and they always usually surprise me for the better. And I don't think this time is any exception. Personally, this belongs in pretty awesome, to be honest, for me.
Oh boy. I don't know if we just didn't have I feel like we had a fine bag. I had one big chip that was like... that wasn't coated. I will say, the one that wasn't coated definitely belongs in what the fuck tier.
Really?
Yeah, it was not a good chip. But the ones that were coated, I feel like were a bit better. They had more. They actually had flavor. I'm just not the biggest fake cheese person, so I'm actually gonna go with subpar on this. Honestly, just going off of what we found, I don't think any chips we have belong in absolute shit, but we'll see. Maybe we have a bad bag somewhere in there. I think I'm going to go with the Funyuns on this one.
Ooh, an interesting
one. It was an
one.
obscure one. Got to keep people interesting. We've had a couple boring ones so far, so I think I'm going to have... We include these as chips, because you find them at the chips aisle. So these... So I'm yet to have a bad experience of them.
Well, I'm going to give... can you pour some of those back in there? I'll give... Just take a lot of them out. Or just open the bag. I gotta do this with precision accuracy here. Before we get started, I'm just going to give my baseline opinion.
But I like them.
It's just
I like
you want
them.
one or two, not like a bag. But let's get started. I'm not reserve judgment till after they eat them. I have these quite a bit. This is what they normally taste like.
I don't know. These don't seem to have very much flavor.
I don't know if you got some bad ones then.
Yeah. I feel like we didn't get the best bag of these in the world.
We have to judge it based off what we got.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to... Normally, I'd probably put these in good, but I think today I'm going to put it in a mediocre. I don't think, like, this bag is, like, what absolute shit tier.
Absolute dog shit's reserved for stuff that literally makes you want to throw up.
Yeah.
So we're probably not even going to have any in this video.
Honestly.
We didn't get anything we hate. Really.
Yeah.
But
we don't like self-punishment here on the Dumbasses YouTube channel.
I stand completely by my original statement. This fell right into what I'm used to with Funyuns. And that is, I have a couple. I'm like, this is okay. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably belongs in the good tier from the beginning. And then I keep eating, and they just get worse and worse, and it ruins the overall experience and leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I agree.
And as a result, I'm going to have to put it in subpar.
I just got to find
some good ice.
I'm going to slap these on in mediocre.
Yeah, I'm not too far removed from your opinion. I just
Yeah.
putting them in subpar. Oh, I think I know what I'm going for. Get it done with. Malaise, salt, and vinegar. I always thought it was sea salt. I actually don't remember ever having these, but I've heard they're not good. But Jack says he loves them. So
these are personal favorites of mine. These I feel like you don't even need to show to the camera because they look almost.
Yeah, they look almost identical to the Lay's Classic.
Yeah,
and
I'm hoping we didn't get.
I'm not a huge fan of vinegar, but we'll see how this goes.
We didn't get the best bag. We did not get a good bag. Okay. I just had a bad chip. Never mind.
You can have the rest of this.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
I fucking love these.
If I'm being completely honest, I do not like vinegar with chips at all. Like, it just doesn't work for me. It's not... I did not enjoy any of those chips. You know, whenever you're like in science class or something like that, and make you do the baking soda and vinegar experiments, it tastes like that. And I've never tasted it, but I know that it tastes like that. And that's not a good taste. Now, I'm debating on whether I want to put it in awful or what the fuck.
How dare you? If this were Twitter, I'd cancel you. But not this is real life, so I'm going to physically cancel you.
Here's the thing. Here's Funyuns, right? I put them in subpar. These are... Funyuns were not great, right? But this is more than just a step lower than Funyuns. Like, I physically do not want to eat these, and so I'm going to put it in what
these are a fat ass. Unmatched by all.
We almost have completely opposite opinions on that one. I think that's probably going to be the only one I put that low this entire time, by the way. I have a feeling. Because all the others I've tasted before.
I'll hit us with the Doritos.
We'll get... Alright, these are always...
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's just do the opening.
Now we're doing Doritos Cool Ranch. These I've always been a fan of. However, a bad bag of these is not the best. These, in my opinion, smell the best out of any chip. I'm struggling to open a goddamn bag of chips. Oh, fuck, yeah. We're gonna have two straight S's back to back. Unlike Funyuns, these are what I always go for when I'm in the vending machine. I either buy a cookie or some shit, or I buy a bag of these.
You can't go wrong with Cool Ranch.
Uh-huh.
And this bag is proving to me that again. Obviously, these are great chip. I mean, anyone who's tried them, most people who've tried them, can at least agree that they're not bad. And for me personally, they're better than not bad. They're great. And as a result, I'm putting them in the unmatched by all.
I'm joining you. These slap. These fucking slap.
And this is one that me and Jack always have agreed on, right?
Yeah.
We both agree that Cool Ranch is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me move on to our next bag here. Okay, coming out, we got Tostitos Strips. Now, we're going to use this to apply to basically all Tostitos because they're almost all the same.
Yeah.
The only changes they have are like...
the shapes.
Are the shapes, and then they have those like kick of lime ones, which are awful. But we're not judging those. We're just using this as a broad judgment of almost every Tostito type.
Yeah.
Pour some of these bad boys in there.
Kind of flavorless.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about Tostitos is that they're specifically made to go with salsas, to go with bean dip.
They're meant to taste like nothing, so that way the dips can be enhanced.
Yeah, they're more meant to be texture, and I think they achieved this goal. And honestly, maybe not the strip variety, which is what we have here, but the normal variety, I'll eat on their own. And honestly, these aren't bad.
They're fine. They're definitely better with they're definitely better with salsa or something like that.
They remind me a lot of classic Lay's.
Yeah.
In the sense that they're standard, they're boring, but they do their purpose. And These ones have the advantage that they also are made to supplement something else, even though we're not eating it with that thing.
I'm debating between mediocre or subpar. I think with salsa, I think they're a solid good.
I'm putting them on mediocre, easy mediocre for me. I don't think they're bad. I've never really had a bad experience with them, and so I can't put them in subpar.
Yeah, I feel weird putting them next to Funyuns, but I think I might just have to because I also feel weird putting them in subpar. So I think I'm gonna have to join you in mediocre. With salsa, definitely above.
And just a brief reminder, all the blue outlines are mine, all the red outlines are his opinions.
Yes.
So, although these are next to Funyuns right here,
yeah,
my opinion of Tostitos is next to Jack's opinion of Funyuns, of course, his is too. But for me, Tostitos are above Funyuns.
Yeah. Next, I think we're just going to go with a solid classic, Cheetos.
I didn't know you were throwing it at me. Now I look like an idiot.
I know. It's fine.
Congratulations.
So Cheetos, we all know Cheetos are probably, arguably even more famous than Doritos.
I don't think that's true.
They got the best mascot in front who gets more pushy than any mascot in existence.
Chester the Molester.
Yeah. Chester the Molester. Chester the Molester. He gets more pushy than any other... The mascots kick ass, but obviously I'm not going to be...
This one's got a tumor.
Oh, nice. Mine's just... Mine could be used to beat someone to death if it was bigger. My bag isn't the best. Actually, that one has a bit more fuzzy. I feel like I'm getting a lot of them that are just flavorless. I'm honestly think I'm going to go with mediocre.
I can't do that to my boy Cheetos. I actually had a decent bag.
I'm trying not to be biased here. If I was biased, they'd be in pretty awesome or good, but I'm trying to avoid that.
Okay, so now it's time for my opinion because I didn't even give it. Overall, these are good. It's one of those things where, you have some and you're like, that's okay. I'll keep eating some, but it's not like your favorite chip you've ever had. It's very similar to Lay's in that regard, and as a result, I'm putting mine in good.
Valid. I feel like the bag was the bad bag kind of ruined it for me.
Okay, my turn.
All right.
I'll go for Sun Chips.
Which one's next? Sun Chips.
This is honestly an underrated one.
These aren't very talked about. I like these.
I never really knew about Sun Chips, or I kind of discarded them until I think it was even like 9th grade, like last year. Whenever they would serve them at lunch, and I get those bags.
Yeah,
you get hot lunch
because you would always
get
school
lunch
there. Yeah,
and they were actually good. They surprised me, and I still enjoy them. So hopefully that holds up with this bag. I'm going in unbiased. Now let's go for it.
Okay.
Pretty standard bag.
Yeah. These feel like they're weird. They're almost flavorless. They have like...
but that's purposeful.
Yeah, they have
it's
that...
It's like tea.
Yeah.
Like tea is like water, hot water, but it has a slight bit of flavor.
Yeah.
And it adds to it as a whole, and I think that's exactly what Sun Chips do.
I agree. I'm making a sandwich. I don't know. I don't know where to put these. I'm debating between pretty awesome and good.
I think they're better. I would eat these before I would eat the Cheetos that I just got, so I'm putting them in pretty awesome.
Yeah, I put these before Lay's. I'm gonna slap these up here. I agree with you.
Wow, we have another agreement.
Yeah,
we've had 3 agreements so far.
Oh yeah, 3, nice.
And then
I'm gonna take it back to Lay's.
Oh yeah, this is a personal favorite of mine. One of my favorites.
This is gonna be this is Ben's sea salt and vinegar. Mm-hmm. He fucking loves these.
Yeah.
These are.
I can already tell you, unless this is a bad bag, these are probably going to go up in the S tier area. I'm already eager to eat these.
If this is a bad bag, these are going in what the fuck.
Okay. Let's go. I hope they're a good bag for our agreement's sake.
Bottoms up.
I got a good bag.
These have always kind of been a hot take for me, but I've never been a fan.
Yeah, for me these are For me these are up there with Cool Ranch Doritos. They're like my sea salt and vinegar, and I assume that my opinion of sea salt and vinegar is gonna basically be matched by these. Hopefully you don't put them in what the fuck.
I don't think these are what the fuck worthy. I think what the fuck was a bit harsh for sea salt and vinegar.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not a huge vinegar fan. That's why I don't like pickles and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like pickles either. But sea salt and vinegar is just.
You just taste sterile.
I'm gonna put these in subpar.
I mean, it's better than I was expecting, but
I don't know.
Less than I was hoping.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan.
Oh god, I spill water everywhere. God damn it. Okay. Yeah. This is kind of like the sea salt and vinegar but reversed, where I think they're great, and Jack thinks they're not good. And I don't know. I'm just always down to eat some of these, just like Cool Ranch for me.
If they were the last chip on Earth, I'd eat them because chances are if I didn't, I'd die. So.
Yeah, it's because you can only survive if you eat chips.
Yeah.
That being said, we're going for another variety of the Cheetos.
All right. Spicy Cheetos.
The Flamin' Hot Limon. Not just normal Flamin' Hot.
Yeah.
Flamin' Hot Limon. Or lemon.
This is if...
Or lime. I don't know.
Chester the Molester was Mexican.
Chester the Molester returns.
This is if Chester the Molester was Mexican.
I'm pretty sure he is. I've never had Flamin' Hot Limon.
Neither have I.
So my opinion on these is null right now.
Oh.
There are two other types of Flamin' Hot Cheetos I've had. The normal Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which I'm not a huge fan of.
I've had the red ones. Those are fine. I feel like if you're going to have those, just eat Takis.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's
fine. And then there's another type I've had, which is the oven-baked Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which they sell at our school cafeteria. And those are some of my favorite chips, easy S tier.
Yeah.
And I can already tell by looking at this that this is going to be closer to the one I don't like. Okay, so let's...
You never know. These might surprise us. Better than I expected.
Same, but not great.
I have a place where I'm putting them.
I do too. Want one more just for good measure?
These you can feel it on the tongue.
Yeah, these are actually spicy.
Yeah.
Not something I like about Flamin' Hot.
Yeah.
They are actually spicy.
Oh fuck! Why'd I waste all the water?
You can fill it up in the sink in a minute.
Yeah. Oh god, that aftertaste lasts fucking ages. Holy shit. I was gonna put this in awful, but now just what the fuck is wrong with this aftertaste? Holy shit. I am actually gonna go watch this out.
Okay, while Jack is gone, I gotta put these in awful. Not a fan. I will say they're better than the normal Flamin' Hot. The normal version of the Flamin' Hot is what
I think I needed to drink toilet water to wash that out. Holy.
And I'm gonna do what Jack did. I'm just gotta wash this out.
Yeah, holy fuck. That is. Even after drinking the whole thing of water, that's still not enough.
I do appreciate the fact that it is actually spicy.
There are other spicy ones on this list that I much prefer to that.
Oh,
I felt like we needed something flavorless for a bit.
Fritos chili cheese, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. Fritos chili cheese. I've had them. They're basically the same as the original.
I've never had these. That I remember. I haven't.
Okay,
even had
these are giving me different vibes. Just smelling the bag. Never mind. They're basically just like actual Fritos.
I was thinking about putting these in subpar until I realized that they're like Funyuns, except they aren't good at the beginning. So I'm putting them in awful.
I need them again. I need a couple more of these.
These are something that I'm just not a fan of. They're very thick, which I'm not a huge fan of a thick chip. They aren't seasoned very well. They taste kind of bad. Like they taste similar to the later version of Funyuns. Just
I feel like the later version of Funyuns just have no flavor. I'm not the biggest fan of these. I prefer the original Fritos. I'm gonna slap them in subpar.
Okay, so these are a half-eaten bag of mostly eaten bag of Kettle Jalapeno chips, and Kettle brand is one of those brands you buy at like Trader Joe's or something like that. You know, it's like some
if
some
you
healthy,
even have a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, some like healthy grocery store. that
Yeah.
sells supposedly more healthy, gluten-free,
Yeah, like
vegan-type chips or
a
whatever.
grocery outlet or a
Except
Trader Joe's.
from what I've
or-
had of these, and I haven't had them very much, but they're actually pretty good.
I usually get these a lot. These are thrown into my school lunches a lot, and I like these.
Oh, we don't have very many at all.
Oh, good, then we can just kill the bag.
Yeah, these are good.
These are spicy, done right.
They're not too spicy.
Yeah, they're not too spicy because you don't want their chips. You want to eat them repeatedly. You don't want to kill yourself after every single bite.
And yeah, these make you want to eat them repeatedly.
Yeah. You feel the spice when the bag is empty. You don't feel it after 2 things.
These bad boys are always pleasantly surprising me, and they're actually very good. And I will eat these. I would go out of my way to eat these, honestly.
Yeah.
And so I'm putting them in pretty awesome, to be honest.
I don't think they're that high, but I definitely think they're good. So I'm gonna...
You also have the added benefit of being like gluten-free and stuff like that.
Yeah. Supposedly.
Which is impressive for a chip.
Yeah. So now we're doing these weird Hawaiian ones. These are, again, more pantry ones.
Yeah, you can tell they're half-eaten. They're just rummaged around in my pantry to find some.
These are, like, these and the last ones are the
I've
ones
never
I didn't
tried
pay
these
for.
before, even though they're in my pantry.
Bowl?
They're called Hawaiian brand kettle-style potato chips, and I'm not going to do the bowl because it's full of chip crumbs right now.
Yeah.
So we're just going to eat out of this. So, before you go in, these are supposed to be sweet Maui onion flavor. And let's go.
I'm not a fan. These are honestly making the Cheetos look good.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're worse than the Cheetos? The ones you get to go in the bathroom and wash your mouth out after?
Yeah.
You really think they're
Yeah.
absolute dog shit? They belong
I don't
that
think
low.
they're absolute dog shit. I think they're in what the fuck. I think they're that low. I don't...
You know,
I don't
for
like
me,
these.
I'm putting them in subpar. The first one I had, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Kind of like, for me, the first one I had, it tasted like a kettle chip. Like a worse kettle chip. So maybe good. And then I had another one, and I had another one, and it just... No. And I think if I kept eating, this would go down further, but from what I had, I'm putting it at subpar. Like, if they were the only chip at a party, I would eat them.
I much prefer the ones that are the junk foodier ones. Honestly, if they were the only chip at the party I'd drink, I'd ask for a glass of water.
Congratulations, you made it to the very last one, and you know what that means? It's time for an absolute banger, one we both know we're going to love.
Yeah, these are never bad.
And let me get them out here. We got the individual bags going on with them. And we got the Nacho Cheese Doritos. This is the most iconic chip in the world.
This bag of chips has gotten more pussy than Chester the Molester.
Okay, so let's
Cheers.
do it. Let's do a cheers, and then
Cheers. We saved these for last for a reason. Oh.
I already know where this is going.
I feel bad putting it in A because it's such a classic, it deserves S. Just because I said earlier with the Ruffles, I'm not the biggest fake cheese person, but these are so good I'm willing to see past that to not put them in, to not impact them negatively. Mine are still a worthy A.
These are an easy S for me.
Yeah.
This is my favorite chip.
Mine are definitely the Cool Ranch Doritos. Those are my Canadian dip.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
These
Jack has mentioned to me before that he prefers Cool Ranch over
Yeah.
Nacho Cheese. I prefer Nacho Cheese over Cool Ranch, but it's close. I mean, they're
I
both
could
great chips.
very much see the argument for the other one.
They're both great chips.
Yeah. And that's our tier list. I'm just going to make that look a bit clearer.
No.
So
just to reiterate one more time.
Yeah.
Red outline is Jack's opinions. So blue is mine.
I have never liked sour cream and onion. I've just never been a fan of them. I know you're a big fan of those. I just don't understand the hype. I'm just going to keep talking for the sake of the bit. I just don't understand that. They just taste like... I don't know. I don't think they're as bad as some of them. I don't think they belong in what the fuck. But, like, I just feel like they're fine. And then now there's the Hawaiian pussy bitches. These things remind me these kids things make just I hear the kid from the Polar Express with the glasses ringing in my ears. I just hear the kid from the Polar Express. You know the annoying fucker with the glasses who you just want to fucking stomp his face in with the heel of your shoe?
The one character more annoying than Ice Age Baby.
Honestly, though. Honestly. I would say shoot him in the face, but that is way too much.
It's a movie about Christmas spirit, Jack.
Yeah, I know.
He obviously just deserves a quick death.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want for Christmas. I want the guy the annoying kid from Polar Express to fucking die.
Honestly, I think that these could be a good chip. I think that these could be a great chip. As long as they were to tone down the vinegar. The vinegar is just way too powerful. And I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think these Hawaiian chips are trying to be the sea salt and vinegar. I think these Hawaiian chips are better than the sea salt and vinegar. You're ruining the bag!
I don't know. Fuck. It's gonna die. It's gonna die gloriously.
So this is our tier list. It is very controversial. That's what we have. Both of our sets of opinions here, and you can tell us which one you agree with more. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think most people will agree with mine more because I have less hot takes. I think
you definitely have less hot takes.
We didn't put anything in absolute dog shit because that will be reserved for a later date.
Mm-hmm.
When something goes down there, you know it's bad.
That's the thing you pee on before you curb stomp it into the ground.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe or we'll take both of your kidneys.
I don't know how to end, so yeah, just bye.